So you have an emergency with your Invisalign or a retainer, but your orthodontist office is closed. Do not worry, because in today's video we're going to talk about some tips and tricks that you can do from home to make sure that your treatment or retention continues as planned. Stay tuned. What's up guys, Dr. Greg here back with another episode of Braces Explained. A few days ago I released a video about what you can do if you have a braces emergency during this time and your orthodontist office is closed, and promised you guys that I'd make a video today talking about what you can do if you have an emergency regarding your Invisalign or retainers. So we're going to go through all of that in today's episode. If you have an emergency regarding your braces, please check out my previous video, which I'm going to link out in this corner. But before we get started with today's video, I want to send out a huge congratulations to all of our upcoming physicians who had match yesterday. For those of you that don't know, yesterday was match day, which is the day where fourth year medical students find out where they're going to be continuing their training for residency. And my girlfriend is currently a fourth year medical student right now, so yesterday was a huge day for us because we found out where she's going to be continuing on for her residency training for the next 4 years. And for those of you that are watching this that are currently in medical school, I just want to say huge congratulations to you guys. This is a big day, and during these times of crisis, we're really looking towards our doctors who are doing amazing things, and they're on the front line. So I personally want to say thank you to all of those that are working and really making an impact on the world. And I want to say congratulations to those that are about to begin on this process. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you know that yesterday I announced where Anna got into residency, but for those of you that did not, I'm going to announce it here right now. So drum roll please. She matched into a dermatology program in Michigan with her transitional year in Las Vegas. So if you guys want to congratulate her on this huge accomplishment, please leave it in the comments of today's video or on Instagram and tag me at Dr. Greg Ortho so that I can show it to her. I'm super proud of her accomplishments. She was so deserving of this, and I'm so glad that she got into her #1 program. So again, Anna, congratulations. Okay, now for the crux of today's video, which is dealing with your Invisalign and retainer emergencies if your orthodontist office is closed. As I'm sure most, if not all of you are aware, most orthodontic offices are closed as of now for non-emergent care. But a lot of orthodontists are still accessible by email, by FaceTime, by text. All these things are ways that orthodontists are staying available to our patients. I highly recommend that you follow your orthodontist on social media if he or she has an account so that you can stay up to date with them and communicate if you have any emergencies. There's some orthodontists online that are showing you how to use spoons and actually retract your cheeks and take photos so that you can communicate with your orthodontist. The tips and tricks that I show you guys today are to be used to deal with emergencies that you have, but I still recommend that you stay in contact with them so that they can be aware of what's going on with your treatment and help you move forward. So the first tip I want to give you guys is if your aligner or retainer is causing a little bit of irritation due to a sharp spot. These sharp spots are really uncomfortable and makes it so that you won't wear your aligner or your retainer, and causes irritation to your gums and cheeks. If this area is a minor area of concern, let's say there's a little piece of plastic or acrylic that's poking you, you can use a clean nail file and actually take this down. All you need to do is take down a little bit to have a huge impact and smoothen out the rough spots. So please don't go too crazy with this, because this can cause distortion and make it so that your aligners aren't actually working. These rough spots can usually be found along the border of the aligner or the Invisalign or retainer. So just taking it down a little bit will have a huge impact on how comfortable these aligners are. So try a little bit, put it in, and see if that helps you guys out. If there's a little sore that's being caused by these aligners, you can rinse with some warm salt water, and that will help clean the area and prevent the sore from getting worse. Another emergency that you might have with your aligner is that there is a crack in it. If this crack is minor, don't worry, just keep wearing your aligners as prescribed. The main thing you want to do is prevent it from getting worse though. So when you're taking these aligners in and out, you want to be careful to pull it from the opposite side of the crack so that you don't worsen this crack and make it go all the way through. But let's say this crack goes all the way through the aligner and makes it completely useless. Well, this is a situation I want you to communicate with your orthodontist. He or she might recommend moving on to the next aligner or falling back to the previous aligner and have that previous aligner act as a retainer until you can come in for a refinement. But the decision to either move forward or go backwards is something that should be up to your orthodontist, so I would recommend that you communicate with them during this time. Another emergency that you can have with your Invisalign or other type of clear aligner is that your buttons or attachments break off. For those of you that don't remember, these attachments are used to serve as handlebars to help move your teeth. So if a tooth is prescribed to have an attachment on it, but the attachment falls off, it's really hard to move that tooth. I wouldn't worry too much about this. This isn't a true emergency. I would recommend that you continue moving on with your trays, because most of the time this won't have a huge impact on your case, and your orthodontist can always correct this during the refinement. Another emergency that you might have, which may be more of a cosmetic emergency for you, is that your aligners have become stained. During a time like this, you might have to use your aligner for an extended period of time. So I'm urging a lot of you guys to please stay away from foods and drinks that can cause the aligners to stain. Things that can cause your aligners to stain are like eating curry or foods that have very colorful spices, drinking wine, coffee, things like that. all those things can be picked up as stain in the aligner and make it so that your teeth look yellow when you're wearing them. So if you're eating foods like this, please rinse your mouth, brush your teeth before putting your aligners in so that the aligners don't pick up the stain and look gross. You can use certain solutions that can help keep these aligners clean, and I'm gonna put a link in the description of today's video where you can find some of these products on Amazon. With most dental offices being closed during this time, it's really important that you guys maintain awesome hygiene. I'm gonna put a link out in this corner as well as in the description of today's video to some of the tips and tricks that I recommend you guys all do to maintain good hygiene. These include water pick, brushing, and flossing. It's very critical that during this time, as most dentists and orthodontic offices are closed, you do your part at home to maintain the best hygiene possible. For those of you that have not checked out the braces club yet, I'm gonna put a link out in this corner as well as in the description of today's video so that you can communicate with other people that are going through the orthodontic process, share your experiences, your concerns, and all those things. It's an awesome community that we've developed there, so please check it out if you have not yet. Another emergency that you might have is that you are running out of aligners. If this is to occur, I would recommend that you reach out to your orthodontist and see if he or she is willing to ship some to you or have you pick them up from the office so that you can continue on with your treatment and move forward. Yes, as orthodontists, we like to see you regularly through your treatment to make sure that you're tracking along, but during times like this, your orthodontist may be comfortable giving you more trays so that you can move along. And if one tooth isn't tracking completely, don't worry, we can take care of that in a refinement. The last emergency I could think about regarding retainers or aligners is if you have a permanent retainer on the tongue side of your teeth. It is possible that this retainer comes loose from the tongue side of your teeth and starts irritating your tongue. If this is to occur, I would recommend using wax to keep the wire from poking your tongue, but if this becomes too uncomfortable, what I would recommend is like what I recommended in the last video, and that is to use a clean new pair of nail clippers. What you can do is clip that little piece of excessive wire so that it doesn't irritate your tongue, and be sure to let your orthodontist know once the office is open so that he or she can repair it. If you are to clip a part of your permanent retainer though, it's really important that you use your overlay retainer, whether that's a clear retainer or a holly, to make sure that your teeth do not move. And that is pretty much all I have for you guys today. If you guys have any questions regarding Invisalign or retainer emergencies, please let me know in the comments of today's video or on the Braces Club. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with other videos similar to this. As always, I hope you guys stay well, healthy, and safe out there. This is a crazy time, but know that I am here for you guys during this time, so if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate from asking me. Other than that, I will catch you guys next time on Braces Explained. For now, Dr. Greg, out.